Okay guys, welcome back. My name is Kurt with Rock.Hounding.Adventures. Today I'm going to show you how I dop my stones. So let's go ahead and get started. Basically you just need a dopping station. I purchased this from High Tech Diamond. I think it's like 25 to 30 bucks, or maybe that's what it was when I got it on sale. You need this, and it comes with, I believe, 4 dopping sticks, which is like this, which is I believe 5 inches. And then it comes with, I think, one or two bricks of dopping wax. But I picked this up to have some a little bit extra. So basically what we're going to do to start off is we're going to grab a piece of this. I already have a couple pieces in here broken up. Yeah, there we go. So we're just going to, started coming out the other side of the box. Well, I'll fix it in a minute. But anyway, so we're just going to go ahead and set this right here. Turn it on. And we're going to let that sit and melt. And while it's melting, we're going to jump outside, and I'm going to show you what I do before I dop the stones. So let's go outside.
Okay guys, so as you guys just saw, we just turned on the dopping station, and now we are going to move to this step. These are the slabs that I cut from last week's video, and this is a step you don't necessarily have to do. This is just one that I always do right before I start dopping some slabs. But I always like to take the slab and go ahead, put it on the flat lap using the if I have to do a lot of shaping, I'll use the 80 grit. But if there's not too much shaping to do, I'll just use the 180 grit disc on the High Tech Diamond 8-inch flat lap, and then just work down on the damaged sides just to get to the shape that I'm wanting, and then we'll dop it. So that's what I'm basically going to do for all of these pieces, is just work down that rough edge, because I find it's easier to do it before dopping them to the stick. Like I said, let's go ahead and start that up. Okay, we got all of our pieces pretty much shaped, and now we're going to put them on the dop stick.
Okay, so now since we are back inside, the wax has been completely melted, the stones have been completely shaped, and now we are ready to put the dopping sticks on the stones. And how you do that is, the only thing you really need, your sticks, your stones, and wax. Let's go ahead and start. Basically, you take your stones. You want to look at the stone, figure out which side you want to be the face and which you want to be the back side. And in this case, you can already see where the dop wax was. I want this to be the face, so you want to put the face side down. That way, the stone, or that way you can put the wax on the back of it. Now you put on the dopping station. You put your stone on this heating area. This black rim heats up, and then allows the wax to melt onto the stone. So we're going to put all the stones on the rim there. Yeah. And this is the back side. Normally you want to try not to get wax on the stone because it can mess up the diamond discs in a way, or contaminate them. So try not to get this too messy like I have. But you're going to let this sit on here for probably a good 30 seconds to a minute. You can feel the stones heating up, and once they get pretty hot to the touch is when you put the dop sticks on. So pretty much you just want to put the sticks into the wax and let them heat up as well. Okay, so once your stone has been properly heated, which these are pretty hot to the touch, you can go ahead and take your dopping stick. Basically what I do is I'll take the stick and just kind of twist it to get it onto the stone. Go ahead and, hold on, let me separate that. Go ahead and stick it onto the stone like so, and let it, I normally let it sit there for a couple of seconds just to let the heat cool down the wax and better adhere itself to the stone. So now while the stone is starting to cool off, I will normally take my fingers and then just press down and spin this to press that wax and get a better grip on the stone. And while you're doing this, you want to make sure this dowel stick is level and straight, so that way while you are turning it on the on your flat lap or cabbing machine, everything is straight and everything. So if this is too hot for you, this is where the water comes in, and you can then just get a little bit of water on your fingers and do the same thing and spin it and just press it against the stone so it has a really good overall grip to it. And then you just set this off to the side and let it dry. So I'm going to go ahead and finish these up. Put 2 more of these dop sticks in. So this one's a lot. Let's go ahead and stick it to this one. Let it sit there. Let's go ahead and grab some others. Take them off so that way they start cooling. And when you're doing this, you want to try and make sure that this wax does not overlap the stone, just because you don't want to get the wax on your diamond discs. So once you are done polishing your stones, the best way to get the stone off of the wax from the dop stick is you go and put it in the freezer for generally, some people will say a full day, but I've done it within 20 to 30 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and go grab the ones that are in the fridge, or the ones that are in the freezer, and show you all how it works. So once you take them out of the freezer, the stone starts heating back up to room temperature and starts creating moisture between the wax and the stone. So then you just put a little bit of pressure on them and they just pop off like so. So we're gonna go ahead and do that to this one. Just add a little bit of pressure, pops off, good to go. And now let's do this one, a little pressure, pops off, and same with this one. So this one actually has some green wax still attached to it. Best way to get that off is while it's still cold, go ahead and get a razor blade, a straight edge razor blade or X-Acto knife, and then you can just shave it off, and it's very simple to very easy to come off. If you get chunks of it, then you can just put it back in the dopping station, let it melt back into the rest of the bowl with the rest of the wax. But you just shave it off and you're good to go.